2-4, what's up, man?
Peace.
I'm glad to have you here. Tell the viewers where you from.
Where I'm from Hartford, man. Basically born and raised East Hartford, back and forth,
Okay. How long you been engineering?
I've been engineering about basically 15 years, man.
15 years?
Yeah. Started back in like 06, back in high school.
Yeah.
That's when my boy gave me my first little FL CD,
He gave you the studio, the FL Studios?
Facts. It was on a little, how niggas used to press their own CDs back then.
Yeah. So somebody taught you how to do it?
Nah, I was always into music, like, since a baby, like, you feel me, growing up. Mm-hmm. That's all I was watching was hip-hop, R&B music videos all day, like, in the crib type shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? Mom's all she was listening to, like, you feel me, what, Snoop, all that, like, Mary, all of the, all the original.
So you would say those are like some of the people that inspire you, or who are the specific people who?
I was just saying those specifically, but like for me, like as far as inspired, like I was inspired by Dre, Pac, watching Pac, watching Wu-Tang coming up, like just the Essence, obviously, like like Mob,
the real,
the real shit.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. So, when was $1 Million Camp created?
Camp. Camp was probably created. It was basically created like 06. That's when I was working with Future X, Future Allah, Future Montana. We basically was working. Actually, we went to middle school together. You feel me?
Okay, so I go back.
Me, him, Mep, and LP.
Yeah, rest in peace.
We all went to middle school together. So we went to different high schools, but we ended up linking back up in 06, like when we was all graduating and shit. So we both, for some reason, we clicked up, and then we both doing music, So we just like, well, let's work on some shit. And then in the studio, he started telling me like, yeah, because I'm working with, shout out to Young Spade, my bro News, like, we started out basically in the studio just fucking around, us two, and then I'm lying. We really started out with my bro R.I.P., my boy Cupid. You feel me? He was one of the first people to actually get on the joint.
Rest in peace.
I was working with him, and then along with him, I was working with my people's Dime and my people's MEs. That was who his people was under him. You feel me? And then eventually, we was doing our thing, and then, you feel me, not like a couple years later, he ended up, feel me, passing away and shit. And we was still working, so, I had them working with me, but I always was with Spade and News from the jump. Like, we started out as far as recording and shit, like, eventually. And then Future came along and was like, yeah, bro, like, I got my cousin, he started telling me about his cousin Snacks, and, you feel me, Blink, and a few other ads, I was like, word, we gotta work. You feel me? Because they was like, yeah, they got a different sound, like, they on some different shit.
Yeah.
We was, feel me, coming up straight up gangster shit. These niggas coming in with, like, on some, like, just being them.
Being themselves, doing different shit.
Different ad-libs and shit. You're like, oh, these niggas really different. But that shit actually catchy. Like, you fuck with that shit. So they started coming around, feel me, bringing everybody they was fucking with. Feel me, shout out to JP, shout out to Blink, shout out to Chuck, you feel me, shout out to the whole gang, feel me?
Okay, yeah.
And it just became a thing where we would just get up in the studio, everybody working on shit. Me, Snacks, Future, Blink, Spade, News, you feel me? Hella heads just in the studio just working and shit. Like,
so the whole time you was mostly like making beats and engineering, or you did some rapping?
Nah, I wasn't rapping. I I would have, you feel me? But nah, that wasn't my thing. I was like, let me stand in the background.
Okay.
This is what I do right here. But